All right, we're gonna start the show now. Big up the bullet every time.
Take your time, take your time, take your time on me, darling. Yeah, you better wait and take your time. You can't hurry this way, girl. Take your time on me, darling. You can't hurry this way, no. Better take your time, yeah. Can't be in a hurry. Time to come out and hurry.
Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, and afro. Also donate to our PayPal and join our Patreon to become an apprentice.
You better wait and take your time. You can't hurry this way, girl. Take your time on me, darling.
And YouTube. Got a song to mix and master? Drop me a line on my email. Up your live wire. It's tough, you know.
Time to come out and hurry.
And welcome back to another episode of building up the bullet side of things. So we're gonna be talking about putting arrangement. We're gonna talk about arrangement here. Not gonna cover so much as mixing. We're gonna be talking about arrangement. Typically across the board, modern songs are around 2.5 minutes, sometimes 2:40, 2:35. Is not long, right? Because a couple things you got to understand when you start your rhythm, the length of time you use on the intro, and not taking too long. You're going to throw off the client or whoever might be listening. Next thing, I've seen producers make this mistake, especially out of Trinidad. They make a good intro and everything, bring in the synthesizer and all that, save a little bit of drum roll, whatever. But they start the beat and they take too long to get to the meat of the beat. Big up yourself, bullet. What am I talking about? The meat of the beat. Like, I'm not hearing the full percussions or the full synth and drums until like second verse. So like they take too long to bring in the sound. So you got to be quick and you got to be catchy. So I'm going to demonstrate that on the previous beats that we did. I managed to get some kind of dummy lyrics together, but we're going to stretch it out, even if we have to repeat it, but we're going to put it in bars to simulate arrangement of a song. And what do we do arrangement wise, with it. So that's a very key thing to think about. How long is the intro? And when you start the beat, how long does it take for just to hear the full effect? So I will tell you this: start the intro, you jump right into the beat. Don't be holding that extra iron, that timpani, like, oh, it's not going to come in yet. If you take too long, somebody's going to skip your channel. So let's get into this track here that we did previously. Let's play it. Now, with this as a default, like a default or default presentation, to create an intro, like we'll start from here. And now we'll go right into the chorus. For that, I'm going to demonstrate. We have some dummy vocals in here. But so what I'm going to do, we got to keep in mind that we got to have constant separation between melody and verse, or default verse melody. Like you normally go melody, verse, and then they will go melody, and that's 90% of the time of soca music, something to inspire the artist to arrange. It's not saying that's going to be the official arrangement. It's just a default, you know, demonstration of the song, melody, verse. You know, you're not singing the song. You know, you're putting something together to inspire them to say, "Hey, this could be a medley on Julian promos, or this could," you know, when they hear it, they will say, "Okay." They might want to more or less rearrange it to suit them. Meaning, like, okay, where you have the chorus, they might want another verse. Simple little things. So either their engineer does that, and or you do it for them. You know, it's not a hard thing. So what I'm gonna do with this intro, within this one bar here, I'm gonna do a couple things with the kick here, and we're gonna start to mess around with some vocals. So I'm gonna take this part here. I'm gonna mute that kick, so I can have some kind of you know, beginning here. Let me take a listen to the vocal here. Now, this kind of helps where you want to put the intro when you hear the vocal. Well, let's try to do it without the vocal first, and we're going to see how the vocal goes, right? So I'm going to bring in vocals here.
Ooh, yeah. Ladies, yeah. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, you're overstanding.
Now, I'm breaking these kicks when she comes in the chorus. Let's see how it sounds. Let me change the color so we know what we're doing here. Let's see how it sounds with these back on. I'm just trying to create a little bit of attention, you know, to, you know.
Ooh, yeah. Ladies, yeah. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it.
You see how it doesn't sound as, you know, we're trying to create differentiation here. So I'm gonna mute those random parts of the kicks again. Bring it back.
Ooh, yeah. Ladies, yeah. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, you're overstanding.
At the same time, I'm bringing in this sound. Remember, we talked about that gate connected to the kick. So you want to make sure your main sounds comes in for the chorus part. Well, then we're going to take some of that back out to have an arrangement here. This sound right here rolls with the chorus. And play back. So make sure you keep track of you know, your sounds that you use in your melody. Don't lose it. Like I said, I've seen engineers make some good drum beat, man, and because of poor arrangement, meaning they take too long to come in with the meat of the track. What do I mean by meat? I'm talking about the full snare and everything. And they don't know how to differentiate chorus from verse. And then the next thing, worse, they try to rearrange a song like the artist have to sing it this way. That is not the case. Unless you're sitting in the same room with the artist, or, you know. So, this is the melody part. Let's bring in the Now, a couple of things what we're gonna do. Right after that bar, it's gonna be the verse. So what can I do in Studio One here? I probably can mark. I'm gonna bring up my marker here. I'm just gonna add where I have the verse. I'm gonna double click in here. I'm gonna call this call it V1, right? This is like verse 1. It's just the outline. It's not official, something to pitch to an artist. So right here, I'm going to be determining what to keep, what to get rid of. Now, remember, there's some elements in here. Like, I'm going to let you hear everything that's in the melody. We have this stuff here. We have this stuff there. The same big lead. And then we have this sound here. Let's play this back. Which uses a kick. So these are the main sounds. Let me highlight them. I'm going to piece them together. These are the sounds that is going to differentiate the chorus from the verse. This is the melody section of things. So every time, let me see if I can color all 3 tracks so we know what we're dealing with here. 1, 2, 3. Is it just the 3 sounds? I believe so. These 3 here. Yeah, so those are for melody alone. So I'm shutting all 3 off right there. Notice I have another, instead of this, I'm probably going to turn that off as well. So let's mute the rest of that. And we're going to give it just like, like a bar or so. I'm going to listen to this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and mute this part. I'm going to keep everything else. Pads and bass. And all that stuff. So let's see how she sounds when she hit verse 1. Here we go. So right after that, we want to go into the verse, even if there wasn't any verse there. So we're giving it like 2 bars here. So I'm going to go up here now and I'm going to mark this spot here. I don't normally mark stuff. I'm just call this chorus again. And we're going to bring in the voices. I'm going to go back here. So, and then we're going to mess around. Now we're strictly doing arrangement here. I'm not going to mix anything. We're moving stuff around. So this entire section here. So I'm going to hold Control Alt. I'm going to bring all of that over this side. So now check this out. Because she's finishing on keep walking and keep jamming it right there. The time is a little bit too tight, so I won't have enough time to go back to giving out love. So we're gonna cut straight to love, giving out love. So I'm gonna go over here.
Give me that love.
So I'm gonna go here. I wanna start from love. I wanna make sure your snap button is on. Let's see here. So I'm gonna grab the other section there. So I wanna bring in love there. We're gonna grab this chorus section here. I'm gonna connect that, snap that. I'm gonna stretch my loop a little bit more further here. So
Right there, keep jamming it. Right there, love. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. Easy, give me that love.
now I need to copy this one here. Unfortunately, I didn't copy this one, so I'm gonna have to clip that right by there, and it's a harmony section. So I'm gonna bring this over here so it follows along.
Right there, love. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't.
So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna start duplicating the parts that we have only for verses.
Keep walking it,
Actually, we're gonna bring in the melody sections as well, but we'll
keep jamming it. Right there.
so right from here, I'm gonna bring this stuff in here. I'm gonna reactivate this.
Right there, love. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. Love, give me that
So I'm gonna loop the pads as well.
love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand.
Let's stretch it a little bit more.
Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it.
Everything is pretty much snapped, right? So I'm just hitting the letter D to loop the stuff.
Love, give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it.
Loop the bass.
Can't overstand it. Love, give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. I'm in it, right there, love. Give me that love.
So I'm gonna loop the Nexus part that we had, and then we're gonna come up with some different ways to express the verse
I'm in
lines,
it.
arrangement wise, right?
Right there, love. Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. Love, give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it.
So that's gonna be another verse line.
Give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. Love, love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it. Love, give me that love, darling. Love how you just walk out, whine it, can't overstand it.
So right here, we're moving back into like a verse part here. So I'm gonna mark that spot as well. I'm gonna call this verse 2. Let's call that V2. This is just a standard format, right? We're gonna take out the one that's gated, the synth that's gated. This one here. We're gonna take that out. So now we're allowing another 2 bars to circulate. It's just a natural feel. It's kind of almost impossible for somebody to be putting a verse in 1 bar. Like, your human instincts tell you want to flow a little bit longer. So check this out. Rather than leaving the same arrangement again, like, oh well, will it just take off the synths and leave whatever? Check this out. We're gonna leave in this one here, the gating one on the second bar. We're gonna leave that on the second bar. So I'll bring the kick in, and we're trying to add kind of realism here, allow it to feel a little live. We're gonna leave in the guitar. Let's kind of stretch this a little bit more here. I feel like we can stretch the second verse a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mute the kick here. We're being creative here. Bring in the shakers. I'm gonna mute the tones for that section. Now you want to be different, right? So what are we doing here different? We're bringing in certain parts of the drums, not allowing the whole thing to come in. We just want to break down some little things here. Even the bass line, let's mute that on the middle bar and that's gonna come in. And I'm gonna bring in the rest of what we have here on the second snare. Not in this section here. Now, this is not a recipe. This is just creativity on your arrangement, but don't allow if you're arranging certain stuff, don't forget to bring what you need to bring back in, or else your verse might sound like crap. Bring in that different. Let's bring in that verse. So we got intro, chorus, verse, chorus, not a verse again. We'll bring in that verse. So we're gonna bring this verse back here. We're gonna pretend this is verse 2. Pull this back in. So what we're gonna do is split that piece of that verse. I'm gonna cut that in half and bring it back to. I want you to hold me around my waistline, and we're gonna bring it back. Keep jamming it, keep walking it. That's gonna fill in the third part of the bar. Now, what we were doing originally is using a 2-bar, which we rightfully did. We might say, but we're talking about 2 bars. It's like count like this is one right here. Intro is 1 bar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the intro is only 1 bar, right? We didn't loop this timing again. We went straight into the chorus here. Now you might say, Bullet, how like this sound? I don't know if you notice here, but this sound right up here, right? This one here, the one that I said is a part of the melody. Notice I didn't bring that in as when she said, "Give me that love." I brought that into the second time she repeat the chorus, because I wanted, like I said, the track to kind of build up but not take too long. So we're using the 2-bar here for the verse. Let's count it. 2, 3, 4. That's 1 bar. I mean that's 1 bar. So. Second bar. Now, I've just gotten an idea. Rather than having her go straight into love, yes, we're going to allow that. Let's break that kick off just to hold back a little bit of suspense. So I'm going to go back. It's a typical technique used in soca music. Right here, we're gonna select that block, shift, mute, play back. You see how that kind of plays? We can do it 2 ways. We can do it this way, or we can kill the kick a little early before. Let's see how the other version is gonna work out. So I'm gonna unmute that, and we're gonna go back. Now you can premeditate this stuff, like I said, 2 bars most of the time, and arrange it or however you want. The rhythm is still gonna have a flow. Now, when the artist says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna use your beat," and she or he is feeling something else, like, "Okay, I want the drums to continue play at that section. I want it to break away." Then you can further adjust it to their taste. But this is a presentation of arranging a good vibe. We can mute right here. Let's see how that sounds, right? see how that plays off? I like the other version. Anyone can work. I like this one here where I just break that part at the last minute.
Right there, keep jamming it. Right there, love. Give me that love, darling. Love for you, just walk out, whine it. Can't overstand it. Love, give me that love, darling. Love for you, just walk out, whine it. Can't overstand it. Long time me watching you, boy.
So we're pretending that this part is verse 2,
Try not to get too close.
which we're extending to 3 bars.
Your love is intoxicating. You're making my hands spin. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
So we're gonna start from I want to the waistline. Let's go back here.
Let me bubble and jump to the time. Spin. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there.
Because we're gonna fill in that third, right?
Jamming it. Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
So now let's listen to this part. Do we feel like we need to bring in more stuff at this section here? Let's bring in the second snare drum because we don't want this section to sound too thin or too quiet. So let's go back.
Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble.
Let's bring some of the kick here. Maybe like it's livening up a little bit. I'm gonna unmute that. Let's play it back. See what it sounds.
Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time.
Maybe pause this part right here. Mute that section. Let's go back. Listen to the kick again.
Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
And then we're gonna go back into the chorus section again. So we're gonna duplicate our guitars here.
Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take out the middle section there.
Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time.
Now this is a cool thing. When we're gating here, because the synth, that reverse synth, that zoop zoop zoop, because that only comes through when the kick hits the signal. It's gated, it's sidechained to it. That's the proper term. It's shaded, sidechain and gated. It turns off automatically if the kick is not doing signals. So when the kick hit, that's gonna zoop. So even the kick hit once, it's gonna zoop. So it kind of adds a realism to the track. So check this out.
Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time.
Now this part here, since I'm doing this the second time, I'm gonna take off this distortion that I have on that track. I'm just gonna deactivate both EQ and that stuff there. So we have, like, every time something's happening, it's a little bit different, right?
Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there. I wanna wrap me around the waistline. Let me bubble and jump to the time. Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
So I'm gonna loop these stuff here.
Keep rocking it. Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
Loop that. Toms, definitely got to bring the toms in. Shakers. Straight kick.
Right there. Keep jamming it. Right there.
And then we're gonna bring back in that Nexus tone, right? which gives me an idea as well. Let's bring part of that back into the second verse on the third. Go back over here. And then we're going to bring back in love. So you see how we use that part of that melody from the main lead to kind of prepare us to vamp up back into the chorus. So I'm going to highlight a blue section here, hold down the Alt key, and then we're going to go over here. And 90%, man, the way how it's being arranged right now, it's still a default presentation, but it's something to like, yeah, this could be a song because it's not taking away too much. The artist can understand. We're gonna play without a vocal and we'll see how it feels. That let the arrangement inspire the artist rather than the artist is inspiring the arrangement. It'll work smoother that way. Think about it. So we need to cut out that part again and start from love, right? So I'm gonna left click drag, start from here. I'll go here. I'm gonna highlight these one here, pull that back, make sure your snap is on, or else you're gonna screw up the audio file. You're gonna wreck the artist. Too easy, but the thing too easy. Now I'm a little miscalculated here because I started the whole arrangement a little bit off, as you can see all this gap. But I believe it's kind of over 2 minutes now for the track. I feel like it's over. Now, we're still gonna loop these stuff to bring it across. We need a full-on beat here. Loop that. Nexus, everybody. Battery. At this point, sometimes the artist goes into what you call repeating the last end of the chorus. Now, it's good when you have the vocals because it kind of gives you a guideline. You're arranging and also allowing the arrangement to express what the artist is saying. So we know it's like a story, right? You have an introduction. Or sometimes a thesis. A thesis is like, okay, the story is going to be about Mercedes-Benz. But before we start, it's going to be a thesis like Mercedes are known for high speed and durability and stability. And then we have the intro. You know, one day a car dealership open up. That's the intro. And then we have what you call like the conflict. After the dealership is open, there's some kind of fight or struggle, they go through. So things change in the middle. Things go up or down, get sad or happy, whatever. And then we have an end result, the end of the story, which kind of, So arranging your instruments, like I said, it complemented how she comes back into the chorus by freezing that kick at the last minute. Think about stuff like that. If you have the vocals, if not, try these simple things. 2 bars. You have the melody, go for the 2 bar. Hit it. When the second time you go back to the melody, try to switch things up. Maybe you pull up maybe certain snares out. I felt that I wanted to add like a 3rd bar. Maybe, like I said, maybe the artist would definitely, if I pitch it to artists, they probably would take the rhythm, but they would probably slightly rearrange it. Maybe that 3rd would work against it. Maybe that 3rd would be the perfect thing they wanted to hear.
Give me that love, darling. Love for you, just walk away. Can't understand it. Love, give me that love.
Now I'm going to skip this part and allow the Nexus to come in maybe a little bit later on. I'm going to tell you why later.
Love for you, just walk away. Can't understand it.
Right here, I'm going to allow it to start a loop because we're going to chop the last piece of the chorus, bring that in. So let's continue looping everything down here because we're in full effect for the rhythm section. So I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to bring that part back here again. Let's go over here. Play back. Here we go. And then sometimes they would just abruptly cut the beat, maybe around there, or allow it to just strip down to the shaker and then turn it off. Let's go here. Kind of went tighter. Let's extend this time a little bit. Maybe we can end it off there. Go a little bit past the marker so the guitar can have the echo. I can take some of the intro, put that to the end as well. So I'm gonna go here. I'm simulating sometimes what is done in a song, right? So I'm showing you how you can play it off. Then I'm going to mute this section right here. For the second guitar to delay. And then you can pretty much have like a nice ending of a song. Let's listen to it without the vocals. And like this is a rough presentation. It's not the official. Like I said, only you and the artist will decide if you're working with an artist. But if I was pitching a beat, I'll probably have it arranged like this. this book. Sign me up. Dun, 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 dun. So they start a brainstorm and like, okay, let's write something. Verse. They can hear clearly that that's a verse line. If you hear differentiation, right? So you see, we have the some of the synths from the first melody in this second verse. Cause I wanted to switch it up a bit. Keep the flow going. It's like a little bridge, like a little climax there. Bring back in that bass. That's the reason why we bring back in that nexus at the last end. Where did you go? No. It's like a lyrical thing. That's the reason why we left the nexus for the last part. Because we're changing up things. We're allowing the arrangement not to sound well, chorus, verse, chorus. The arrangement is slightly switch up the tones in the verses, so the music still feels alive. It still feel like it's something worth writing to. So a key takeaway, Bullet, remember, you're not writing, and let me say it clearly, you're not, I'm not saying right. You're not arranging the song to how you want the artist to sing. Remember that. Unless she or he is sitting in the same room with you and saying and writing their words and say, I come for this, I'm gonna whine it, then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna put that there. Unless that happens, you're presenting a arrangement on display that can be tweaked and support the artist easily. So by presenting an intro, differentiation between the melody and the verse, like I said, is 2 bars. The second verse, I felt like I need to add a little bit. It's just a feeling. You could do 2 as well on the second verse and then switch up something in there within that. Try to switch up something within the second verse as an instrumental. I'm talking about. Maybe you might have no clue who's going to be in it. Maybe Nada's going to be on it. Maybe Jada's going to be in it. You don't have no clue, but you know that the arrangement sounds crisp and it's presenting. Like if you were at an expo and you play this instrumental, like, boy, man, I like this. I feel people would hear like writing songs in their head, like, oh man, I like how that thing comes in. It feels like there's an artist on is going to be on that thing. That's what you want to do to inspire people. Inspire artists or inspire clients. So, and what makes it more interesting, so we're presenting a default presentation of the rhythm with length so it can become a song. And what's more fun is when they actually send you a demo, like, okay, this is what I want to sing. Then you might get idea, when she or he sings this, I think I should freeze the drums, or this is where you could manipulate your effects. Maybe you want to take something underneath the water. Start to improvise. You're not putting in any more sounds in the arrangement. You're not adding any more drums. You're using arrangement and effects now to finish and complement, tell the artist story or the vibe. So that's the fun part when the verse goes down and the energy that's coming out of the vocals is going to help you lock in. Like, okay, we can end it this way. Like I said, most people they let the rhythm play to the end, maybe a drum roll, or maybe just allow it to fade out. Most of the time, they will like freeze everything, or maybe have the rhythm cut before the artist finish the last part of the verse. And so when she says love, that's all you hear, like an acapella. That can be a nice ending too. Think about these things if you have a vocal with it. So arrangement too easy. Tomorrow we're gonna do another one on the previous one that we did with you, and we're gonna walk through another technique of putting these things together and allowing the song to sound like a song. I'm gonna demonstrate as well with creative effects to even further enhance arrangement. Just in case somebody sends you a demo vocal and like, okay, I think things can sound more interesting if we add this and that whole thing. So I hope you take away something meaningful from this session, Bullet, when it comes to arranging songs. Arranging a song is not putting in more drums and changing the beat. You're arranging what you already created. Now you're arranging you're putting all the pieces together. You have the pieces now, everything's set, but you're rearranging the furniture. So we're gonna freeze there, my brother. So we're gonna link up tomorrow. I'm gonna spin out the next beat, give you some ideas. This is how you be bulletproof every time. And anything I release, bulletproof every time. Have to sound good. The same can happen for you, So I hope you take away something from my brother. And let me know what's up. Let me know if Patrice called you yet. Let me hear some beats, man. Stop holding out on me. Let me hear some silly beats. I want to get into some silly beats production. So keep it silly. Send me those beats, man. Let Brother Ray hear what's up, my brother. I need to hear what my apprentice is doing. I can teach all day, but I get inspired by stuff you create too as well. So, back on the way to go on. So, we're going to link up tomorrow, my brother. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Big up the Bullet every time. Thanks for supporting the Soca Church.